Hello, Curly Heads.
What's going on?
Welcome. So I want to hear about the origins of the Curly Heads. So what are your names and where are you guys from?
My name is Ben. I'm from Long Beach, New York.
I'm also from Long Beach, New York. My name is Justin. We grew up together. Like, we've known each other basically our whole lives. But we really became friends probably in middle school.
So how did the Curly Heads get started? So obviously you guys met in Long Beach, New York, right? And now you live in Tampa and you are a DJ duo under the name the Curly Heads. How did you get from point A to point B?
You want me to say it?
I mean, originally, like, when we first started, like, I had this dream. It was so weird. Like,
This actually
I
happened,
swear,
too.
this is,
This
like,
actually
100%
happened.
true. I had a dream, like, I was in my, like, kitchen. Just normal day. I had a package in my hand. Went on the table, opened it up. Right inside is a fucking DDJ 400, brand new, and I'm just holding it up like, wow, like, I can't believe I have one. Like, I'm gonna DJ, like, just DJ it up. I love music. Like,
This was a dream. This was a dream. that you had.
Like, this literally was a dream I had. I unboxed it, opened it up, I had it. I was like, let's do it right now. I woke up. I was just like, called him right away.
The next day he called me. He's like, bro, we have to do it. And, like, we originally weren't, like, always into EDM and stuff, too. So, like, we went to EDC, and that's what really put us into everything. And this was, like, a few months after that. And he called me that day and is like, yo, we got to do this. Like, we love the energy. We love the music. Like, we have good energy. At least we think we have good energy. And
here's a question for you. The dream. So right now we're talking it's 2023. What year did that dream did you have that dream?
last year, 2022.
Last summer. And obviously, in order to have a dream with a DDJ 400, you have to know what a DDJ 400 is.
Right.
And the reason I say that is because that's not like common knowledge. Like, you know, my sister does not know what a DDJ 400 is. Yeah. So that leads me to believe that you had done at least some
I did,
research.
yeah. I definitely researched, like, a bunch of boards and looked at them all, and I knew, like...
So I was talking about after EDC, like, we started to, like, look, like, we were like, maybe we should try this, you know? And it was really when he had that dream and he called me. That was when everything.
For like 3 days, I called him. I was like, when are we getting it? When do we get it?
We drove all the way to Queens.
My sister gave me like $300 and we drove to Queens and we went to like a Sam Ash. Just got like the last one.
You're kidding.
I swear.
So you drive to Queens. Did you drive or take the subway?
Yeah, we drove.
Drove?
It's like 40 minutes.
Okay, so you drove to Queens. You go to a Sam Ash. You buy this DDJ 400 because of the dream that you had. Shout out to your sister, and for the money.
Sarah.
Shout out to Sarah. Yes, and you go home. Do you immediately download? And you said it wasn't EDM at first.
No, it was EDM. It was always
like
EDM.
when we started DJing, it was EDM. I played the guitar obviously like before, and I really love rock music.
Right.
So, like, I would go to tons of rock shows. Like, I've seen Red Hot Chili Peppers like 3 times.
Okay.
Smashing Pumpkins, everything.
But you weren't DJing with stuff like that. It
was strictly like we got the board and then it's like got Beatport, started downloading songs. Like, we had songs in mind. Like, we saw Dom Dalla at EDC, I'm pretty sure. Oh no, I saw him at Sunset like last year, and like that's when I was like, I love Dom Dalla. Like,
yeah,
gotta have every track. So we just like had all like James Hype tracks and like Dom Dalla's popular tracks and like John
One
Summit.
thing about us is we never wanted to do open format.
Yeah.
The only reason we got into DJing was because of EDM.
Mm-hmm. And when you say EDM, you're saying specifically house music.
Yeah, house.
Yeah. So that first recording session or DJ session where you had that DDJ, what was that like? I mean, where were you? Did you have a speaker? Like, were you guys sharing headphones? Like, how did that go?
We were just in my basement, and I think we had a speaker, and we just like plugged it in through the XLR, whatever.
Okay.
And then like we just sat there and we didn't know what the hell we were doing at all. Like,
that was for weeks too.
Like weeks.
That shit is
frustrating. We didn't know
frustrating.
anything. We were just like looking at videos, like trying to kind of figure it out. But like we kind of were doing something right because it didn't sound like terrible. I mean, now it would sound terrible, but like at the time it was.
Shout out DJ Carlito. If you're ever looking to get into DJing,
Dude,
search up DJ Carlito on YouTube.
Yep.
Yeah.
To teach you everything.
Yeah. So you're DJing in your basement. Weeks are going by. DJ Carlito's on repeat on YouTube.
Repeat.
You're getting a little frustrated, but you're figuring stuff out. Every once in a while, you hit a perfect transition. Oh my gosh, did you hear that?
Exactly.
Oh my gosh. So this is all in New York.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So did you have any gigs in New York?
So from that, we knew a kid who bartended out of this taco shop, which is like a bar too. Like they have DJs there a lot. It's like where we're from, like the nightlife it's not like terrible. There's a bunch of bars people go to, and like
It's great.
it's a good
Nightlife
time.
is great by
Yeah.
where we live compared to where everything else, like the way everything else is around us.
So okay. So this taco shop. So you went and DJed
So
at
we
this
went.
taco shop.
So we got the owner's number. We went in there, talked to him, and he was like, "All right, let's do it this day." And we were just like, "All right." And he's like, "What's your rate?" And we just looked at each other. We had no clue what to say, like how much we should ask for, like if we were asking for too much or too little. Like we were just like 300.
Crazy story, actually. The first time we DJ'd. So I mean, it was kind of like we had it in the works for like 2 weeks before it actually happened, and me and Ben were just like scattering around, like trying to figure out like what we needed to actually DJ in a bar. You know, like there was no sound system that we could connect to, so we needed speakers.
Shout out Costco.
Yeah.
Shout out to Costco.
We bought
Two
two
Costco
Costco speakers. Yeah.
Wow.
And wait, what happened with the second one? We only had one, and then the day before we were like, shit, we need two. Like one's not enough.
Yeah, my mom drove me like an hour away to get the other one. There was like one left because we thought like we needed the same speakers too.
And those are the cheapest ones.
The women in your family are very supportive.
They are.
Yes.
They're very supportive.
Nice.
Yeah, so fast forward, that day comes, and we literally packed that thing out to the brim. Like it was like
Completely.
60 plus
Really?
people in
Completely.
this taco shop, and
Yeah, did you promote it?
yeah, we promoted
Yeah.
it for like a day or two. It wasn't anything crazy,
Right.
but I mean,
It was kind of just like, yo, we're DJing this bar, like come.
yeah, I would just
And then
post it
people
on my
came.
story a bunch of times, and I don't even think we had an Instagram or like together.
No, we didn't.
Like it was just
So at that time, were you telling people, "Hey, I'm DJing at this taco bar," or were you saying, "Hey, me as the Curly Heads, me and Justin are going and DJing as the Curly Heads"? Were you the Curly Heads at that time?
yeah. I think we
Yeah.
figured out the name
Yeah.
at that point, but we had such a corny name before Curly Heads.
What was it?
Tongues out.
Tongues out.
Probably the worst name of all time.
Worst one.
How'd you?
We never like.
How'd you
said
get to
anything
that? How'd you get to tongues out?
Because like whenever I do stuff, I always have my tongue out, and apparently Justin does
Sick,
too. So
dude.
like, not even like
Sick.
it's literally anything. Like,
Hey, clap up.
Yeah, you guys didn't hear it, but I just did the.
Yeah, but the Curly Heads thing. I remember
he called me. He's like, "Yo, I got it. Like, let's do curly heads." I was like,
it
"That's
made
not
complete
bad."
sense. Like,
Yeah.
It's because your hair.
I remember we were actually in the car. I don't think I called
Yeah.
you. But,
Yeah. So, were you tongues out at this taco place,
No,
or it was
no.
even before tongues out?
No,
by
no.
the time we did the first one, oh no, we didn't have the name the first time actually. The second time around, we had like so there was no name. Second time we were Curly Heads.
Okay.
We had it figured out, and that was like 2 weeks later
Okay.
because we realized we wanted to do this for real, and yeah, it just completely made sense.
So,
I have a hat on, but I have curly hair also.
right. So, here's the question, though. You know, you're crushing it as Curly Heads in New York. I mean, crushing it, you know, you play this taco bar, you pack it out, you play it again, or you pack it out, right? You played it again for a second time. How'd you get to Tampa?
What do you mean? So like, I was home for the summer from college. I was still going to University of Tampa. So
You guys are you guys did you
No.
both go to University of Tampa?
no.
I moved here for volleyball, for beach
Okay.
volleyball.
Okay, wait, elaborate. Like,
Like, there's like it's pretty competitive volleyball over here. Like, obviously California is the best place to play,
is it?
but Florida has great players. So
Okay.
my friend actually he was here too, but like my other friend who plays moved down here, and I would just go with him for like a month and like just train and stay here. And I just loved it, so I told my mom I'm moving here. That was
And it worked out because obviously
And
Justin,
he was here too. Like, it was perfect.
And at this point, we were already like
we were close friends. Yeah,
very
like,
close
This
friends.
is my best friend. So
Well, yeah, I mean, you guys have known each other since middle school.
Yeah.
So I feel like I'm missing a chunk of the story though. So
It's
in-
such
in
a
New
long
York-
story.
It's so weird.
Yeah, it's
So-
such a long story.
Hold on. So in New York, you have this dream. You guys go to EDC New York.
No.
So like we went to EDC. That was in like November though. Like we went to EDC. I went to
before
Sunset
the summer
too.
that we started DJing.
Right. And we're in 2020, 2021.
2021.
2021, yeah.
2020. Okay, so we go to EDC. Then you have this dream. You get this DDJ 400. Then you're in your basement in Long Island, New York.
Yeah.
Right. You end up a few weeks later, a month or two later, taco shop. Then
It was like 2 weeks.
This is in like
2 weeks.
August of that summer.
Okay. So then you go back to school.
No, so we DJ'd that whole month in August in Long Beach, and then we come back here, both of us. At
We
this
were already
point.
living in Tampa. I live in St. Pete.
Oh, okay, got you.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, well, okay. So then let me back up even more. So you guys have been living in Tampa for how long?
I'm here like 4 years now.
Like 2.5 years now.
So when you first moved to Tampa, you guys had no clue that you would be DJing.
No,
No,
not at all.
Not even.
We went to the Ritz like for Loud Luxury.
on my birthday.
I think for his 21st birthday, we went to the Ritz and
Love that.
yeah, it was cool.
Okay.
Now I can't say that I like Loud
Yeah,
Luxury.
no.
I respect them, of course,
yeah.
but
Much respect.
not really my style anymore.
Yeah, I mean, whatever gets you into the genre.
Yeah,
Exactly.
That's what got
It
us
was
into
like,
it,
so
for
when-
sure.
In college, I played volleyball in college, so up north. This kid like would show me big booty mixes, and I was like, these are crazy. Like
Yeah.
I love this shit. So like it went from big booty mix to like Loud Luxury, then like Tiesto, and like slowly like I developed into like new artists. Like
Yeah, you know,
just started picking them up like slowly. Like it just started happening like that.
As you dive deeper into the house genre, your palette really opens up to a lot of
Exactly.
things. I remember I used to only listen to like what's a good example of like a tech house artist? Like
John Summit.
no,
Clooney.
a side piece.
Yeah.
Like I used to love stuff like
Which I still like them.
Side piece is great.
Yeah.
Side piece is great. And I would listen to side piece and I would love it. It'd be great. And then someone would be like, "Hey, check out this like Michael Bibby track or this Politic track or this Dennis Cruz track," and I would like fall asleep because it's like okay, it's like oh wow,
You don't understand yet.
I could do that, and it's almost like when you go to a modern art museum and you see just like a plain white canvas on the wall that's worth $40,000, and you just think to yourself, I can do that.
Right.
You know, that's easy. I don't even like it. But now it's like I literally have a weekly mix that's basically dedicated to like melodic house and minimal tech, and it's like I love Michael Bibby. I literally have a playlist called like Michael Bibby Vibe. That I'm like, that's a very active playlist. It's a private playlist that I use for DJing. But nonetheless, like your palette really opens the more you dive into the genre.
It's crazy.
Especially when you're participating in the genre. Yeah. So
I don't think if we didn't get into DJing, I wouldn't be listening to the stuff that I am now.
Not at all. No way.
Not even
I would
close.
still be listening to rock music.
And I would still be listening to rap, which I was gonna say before. Before EDC, I listened to straight New York drill. That was it. Drill rap.
Shout out some of your favorite drill artists.
Pop Smoke.
Pop Smoke, Chef G, Sleepy Hollow. I didn't listen to a thing at EDM. I went to
All
EDC.
day, this kid is blasting rap music. Like,
Where's the Pop Smoke house remix?
I've been trying. It's hard to find a good acapella, honestly.
Yeah, it's tough.
But I went to EDC and I never looked back. And then I swear to you, I've barely put on rap music since then.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Yeah. So
We're kind of all over the place.
here's
sorry.
a question. No, not at all. Here's a question for you. Also, do me a favor. Don't like fuck around with this too much because in the headphones I can hear like
the static.
like stuff like that. So just try to like hold it.
Okay.
Here's a question for you. Okay. Right now, it's September 2023. You guys have DJ'd at the Ritz. You guys have DJ'd all over Tampa. It's really, really cool. If you could go back to when that guy said, "What's your rate for the taco shop?" What advice would, and you could pause time and you could like go back in time and give yourself some advice. What would that advice be?
Let me go first.
Yeah, you go.
Honestly, the way we did it was probably not the way everyone else would do it because we kind of just hopped right into it. Like that was like we like barely practiced. We went right into the bar and DJ'd right there. Like
The first thing we really did was we had a party at his house in the backyard, and we just set up the speakers and the board and like told everyone to come.
Yeah.
And just like
Well, my
Tried it.
okay.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
tried it out.
Maybe I
Good
worded
question.
my question wrong. when it comes to
You're
like,
talking about asking about the rate.
the money, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
like,
okay.
like, how do you value yourself as a DJ? If you could give advice to a younger DJ about money, specifically about asking for money to DJ, what advice would you give that DJ?
I honestly would say that take whatever they give you at
Yeah.
first. If you had to do it for free, you got to do it for free. And we definitely did it for free like a few times. But
that's just at first.
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, you're talking about like now.
Well, what I'm saying is like, okay, like here's the advice that I would give a young DJ. You need experience. You
Yeah.
need to get in front of a crowd and
Right.
show the crowd your talent. Now, at the point where you've done that a few times and you have proven to yourself that you have a skill that is good and marketable and usable at a bar or club or restaurant, whatever it may be, at that point, you have to value yourself.
Right.
Because, you know, you can build a book of business all you want with freaking $20, $30 gigs. But if you actually want to, like, treat this like a career, like a professional passion, like you're pursuing a
Exactly.
like you are pursuing a professional passion, then you need to value yourself at what you're worth.
I can answer this question now. I just say build a brand, like make yourself different than everyone else. You have to do that. Otherwise, you're just Joe Schmo. You know what I mean? And I
Yeah.
feel like that's like what we did a good job with from the beginning is that we branded ourselves and we created like this little thing, you know?
Yeah. So, what can you say about branding yourself? Let's say, you know, you're some Joe Schmo and you want to brand yourself. What things can you do? What can you focus on in order to help yourself brand yourself?
Well, the first thing is obviously coming up with a name, a DJ name that stands out a little bit.
I would say like also just like sticking to your true authentic self and not really caring what everyone else is doing and
Yeah,
sticking to
100%.
your gun the whole time. Like,
Why is that so important?
so I feel like you can just get so caught up in like what everyone else is doing and comparing yourself to them and why am I not playing this or like why can't I like get these people doing these things or you know I just feel like
Gotta just have fun with it.
exactly like just you if you love it like people will see you love it and they'll dance with you, you know?
Yeah. You know, I want to piggyback off of what you guys are saying here because you guys are totally right. A lot of it is just about being organic.
Exactly.
You know, you know, if you're for the listeners, if you're listening to this right now and you're thinking about any sort of professional passion, especially DJing, you know, you have unique qualities about you.
Yeah.
You have things that you like at the basic level. There are things that you like. Well, incorporate that into your personality.
100%.
And incorporate that into your brand. You know? Like how would you define like the Curly Heads brand?
Exactly what he just said. Just being your true, authentic self.
Yeah.
Nothing else. Nothing
Purely
else.
good energy, like just spread love. We love music.
Positivity.
This is why we do it.
Yeah.
We love dancing. We love having a good time. Like we
So-
just want to share that with people and introduce them to what we really like too, you know?
Like I've grown into like liking making other people have a better time than me,
Exactly.
if that makes sense.
So, let's say you're DJing and you realize that the crowd is sort of like thinning out a little bit. Like maybe you need to get the crowd back on your side. What are some things that you can do to get the crowd back on your side?
Talk on the mic.
Yeah.
Talk on the mic.
Talk on the mic, definitely.
That's
Get
something
them
that we're trying to
engaged.
get better at. Like we need to get better at it, and we still do it, even though like we probably sound retarded.
What do you talk about?
It's anything. Like the other, for example, like
Anything,
Like,
literally anything.
3 weeks ago we played this bar in our hometown. And like literally I'm on the mic like during the song. I'm just singing. Like I'm literally singing with it like on the track. Like it was like West End's
yeah.
Mariaca, like this new track. I was like Orlando. I just kept singing it to them and like
And people are
just
looking.
look. They look at
Yeah.
you and they're like, "What the fuck is this kid saying?" But at least they're looking at you and like paying attention to you now. You know?
Yeah,
But I
that,
mean-
you know, I've asked that question a few times. I've never heard that answer, and it's such a correct answer.
You gotta be engaging
gotta-
with the
yeah.
crowd.
You just can't like. You're up there. Like people already see you up there. Like you might as well take full advantage of it and do the best you can by like engaging everyone. You know?
Yeah, yeah. So
Get the people involved.
So I want to talk about music production. So you guys have been producing music. How's it going?
It's been crazy. It's so complicated, but you gotta just have fun with it.
Yeah.
You gotta have fun with it. If you're not having fun with it, then you might as well just not even do it.
Yeah.
Because it's very, very frustrating, and you gotta be patient, And you know, like I've definitely made some progress. You know, like with being patient.
What? How have you been learning how to produce?
YouTube.
Yep.
We're also in
Zen's World.
yeah,
Shout
Zen's
out
World,
Zen.
dead ass.
What's Zen's,
Zen's
World?
World. You don't know Zen's World?
No.
Look
You
him
gotta
up,
hop on that.
please.
What is it?
After
He makes a bunch of tutorials all over YouTube, sound design stuff. He makes-
everything.
Yeah. Let me quickly look this up. Because
Dude,
I
it's
literally
literally the best.
Yeah.
Like,
I've
also,
learned
if
every-
you're not in kick and bass, you should definitely.
King and Bass is
join
also
that.
great. Shout out West End.
Yep.
Zen,
New York
Zen,
City.
Zen World.
Yep.
Oh
Evolution
my
of
gosh, I
sound.
love this guy.
Yeah, he's the best.
Yes.
I've learned everything I know from that dude.
He is so great at teaching things. Yeah, he's really funny.
He is. He's hilarious.
Uh-huh.
It's easy to watch too. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah. I watched his video on arrangement, and he gave such great advice. And another one is isn't there one just called that's like EDM tips?
Yeah, I don't
There's a
really like
bunch.
that dude. Honestly, he's boring.
Oh, EDM
Yeah, like-
tips.
He's kind of dorky.
Yeah,
But I
like him,
definitely.
yeah.
He's definitely a dork.
I
but-
feel like
I mean, at least
but
he's
he-
sharing like knowledge with everyone.
You know what? He's organic.
Exactly.
Yeah,
He's
exactly.
himself. So.
Yeah.
he's not thinking about us talking on Graham Radio about him.
Exactly. Yeah, he's thinking
doing his
about
thing.
his next million followers. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Yeah, he's crushing it. Cool. Well, I think we have a mix to spin. Right? Is there anything else that we wanted to chat about? I feel like we're good.
We got a lot of new music coming. That's
Yeah,
all I
lots
gotta
of
say.
music.
Yeah. Please talk to me about like the future of Curlyheads. Like, what does it look like? Tell me about music.
We were just talking about this in the car. The thing that I'm focusing on in the next year, tracks and connections.
That's it.
Gigs
Like,
will come. I'm just focusing on the music production stuff.
I mean, it's even like if you gotta wait outside the Ritz and talk to a DJ,
Yes.
like we're gonna do that, which we've done like
We've
probably,
done
like,
a bunch
5
of times.
10
Gotta put
times,
your
like,
face. We're gonna be putting our face in front of big.
You just
people.
gotta like go up to them and show your face, introduce yourself. Like, if you have music, give it to them. Like, we gave West End a USB at Sunset this year. He had a kick and bass meetup. We weren't even in kick and bass. We just like knew he was gonna be out in the field. So we.
But to
like,
answer your
went.
question, we're just gonna try to capitalize where we can capitalize.
Exactly.
How would you? What advice can you give to DJs about networking?
Just
Gotta
put your face
yourself
in front
out
of
there.
them. Like their stories. Swipe up on their stories.
Yeah.
Like their pictures, comments. Just do research of everyone in your area, and you'll see how many connections you make.
I swear, this kid literally knew every single DJ or like promoter, anything in
I'm
Tampa,
kind of a psycho
Orlando.
with that stuff.
Like he looked up every single one and followed all of them, DM them everything. Like, what can we do? Like, what do we do to get better? Put on everything.
Nice.
I did a whole lot of that.
Yeah. So it sounds like your advice is like, don't be afraid to reach out.
Yeah.
Don't be afraid to reach out.
Exactly.
If they don't answer, they don't answer.
Yeah.
And that's the biggest thing in all of this is networking.
So
Especially too, like sharing. Like, you'll know like people with good energy too. Like, you'll go up to them and it will feel like you've known them forever, kind of in a way. Like, they share that bond with you because like they've known what it feels like to be two DJs from Tampa, like going up to.
Shout out
their
DJ
favorite.
Susan.
Yeah, shout out DJ Susan.
yeah, I see you have a DJ Susan shirt on. Well, have you met him?
Yeah, it's the homie.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Nice. That's so cool.
he's the man.
Yeah. Where'd you meet DJ Susan?
So at Sunset this year, we're just sitting in I think it was San Pacho, right?
Yeah.
So San Pacho's playing. I turn around, I look back. DJ Susan's in the crowd with shout out to Vitas. He's one of DJ Susan's homies. Right there, I'm like, yo, Justin, DJ Susan's right there. Let's go right up to him. Let's go. Went right up to him. I was like, yo, Sue in the coup. Because like he always posts
his
on his
thing.
story like he's in a jacuzzi and he just like Sue in the coup.
That's great.
So I went and I said it like 5 times to him and he was just like you could just like we just hit it off. Like it was like I was my best friend, like or my friend from home.
And we've been keeping in touch with him, so
Yeah.
I
cool.
love that.
We just saw him in Brooklyn.
How
this
was that?
summer. It was awesome.
What venue?
Yeah,
Superior Ingredients?
Superior Ingredients.
Nice. So speaking of venues, I want to ask, like, what are some big venues that your goal venues? Like, I want to play at Space. I want to play at High Ibiza.
In the next
Yeah.
year, we want to play the Vanguard. That's our
Yeah, definitely want to play Vanguard.
that's our goal. And like
That's our- that's-
We'd
in
love to
Orlando.
play Superior Ingredients too in New York. Like
Yeah.
that was the sound system was
Nebula too in New York.
perfect.
What are like all like 20 years
Brooklyn
down
Mirage,
the line?
obviously,
Yeah.
like that's
Space, Brooklyn Mirage, the Academy in
Echo
LA.
Stage, all of it.
Like if today you could DJ anywhere in the world at any club, what club would that be?
Brooklyn Mirage.
Who have you seen there?
100%. We just saw Chris Lake, Fisher, BTB.
Oh my gosh, you guys were there.
Yeah,
We were at that whole weekend.
whole weekend.
Crazy.
Then we saw
All the
John
after
Summit,
parties.
Dom Dollar back to back at the festival.
Sheesh.
And then they had
Crazy.
afters at like the indoor part of the Brooklyn Mirage.
Avant
which is-
Gardner?
Yeah. Which is
Yeah.
it was even cooler than the Mirage, honestly.
Well, I think that we have a DJ set to record, friends.
Yes.
Let's do it.
Let's do this thing.
Yeah, let's do this thing. For the listeners, I love you. Peace.